Hello my friends, welcome to an exciting episode in our Photoshop design series. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create this church flyer inside of Photoshop. Yes, Photoshop, right? Now before we proceed, if you've not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any video I'll drop after this time around. And if you've not purchased the Smart Designer Premium asset, is still very much available. Most of the things, the resource file we're going to be using for our tutorials is going to be based and inside of these assets. So if you've not gotten yours, get yours. So let's get started. So the first thing, click on file and click on new, and I'm just going to make my settings here like this. So this is basically going to be church flyer like this, and yeah, you have this in place, and 4:5, everything else stays the same, 4x5 inches. Click on adjustment layer, click on solid color, and this is the color we're going to be using, right? So you can copy the color code, right? So I'll just go ahead and go over to my text tool to type what I want. So it's going to be ZI first. I'm going to change the color to the bright yellow color. Let me make it big first, Ctrl T, then scale up like this to increase the size, right? I'm going to increase like this and enter when you're done. So I'm going to leave this here. So I'm just going to duplicate this, Ctrl J, and double click here on the thumbnail to type ON. So this is Zion, like Zion. So I'm just going to make this smaller, Ctrl T, reduce the size from the edges and move it closer like this. So it's going to be ZION, that's Zion, right? Click enter like this. I'm just going to move it, make sure it is centralized, and move it just a little bit closer like this. So what you want to do is, as the two of them is like this, make sure you're selecting the two of them, hold down shift, select the two of them and move it upward like this. I'm using my arrow key, double click here, and I'm going to change the yellow to a lighter yellow. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm going to use, right? So using this, I'm going to make a duplicate copy of this. So I'm just going to press Ctrl J, right click on the two of them and convert them to smart objects. So it's as one like this. Go over to the blending mode, and what you should do is change the blending mode from normal to yes, vivid light first. And after you've done that, go to filter, go to blur, Gaussian blur, and throw in some Gaussian blur. And I'm just going to increase the radius. You can use my settings for this. Ctrl J to duplicate this, but this time change it to screen like this. And I'm just going to go over to reduce the opacity and increase the Gaussian blur, not reduce, increase it just a little bit, and you're good to go, right? So the name of the font I'm using is Arsenica, please, Arsenica. So you can also get it in the Smart Designer Premium asset. So I'm just going to group this and name this text. So let's continue working. So I'm just going to go over to bring in my next resource file, which is inside the graphic bundle. So I'm just going to open mine. This is the graphic design bundle. I'm going over to where I have premium images, which is here, premium images, and I'm going under the church category, right? This is how it's arranged if you have it downloaded already. So I'm just going to use this image here. So I'm basically dragging and dropping here, right? So just drag and drop like this, right? So the link to get yours is in the description of this video. So just click on the description to get your Smart Designer Premium assets. So I'm going to mask this out. I'm going to reduce the opacity first and also reduce the fill. So I'm reducing the fill and opacity, so you can use my settings too, right? So I think basically this is where I want it to be. It's good like this. I don't want it to be pronounced too much, just easy like this. So the next one, I'm going to get the other resource I used, which is this. I'm going to bring it in like this, bring it down, right, and position this somewhere here. I'm going to use my brush, select my brush, and I'm going to make sure my foreground color is set to black, right? With my brush selected, I'm just going to conceal these areas like this. My flow is set to 100. Now I'll reduce my flow because I need to get more delicate. So I'm just going to paint on these areas to conceal these areas like this, and like this, and voila, easy peasy, right? So I have it nicely done this way. Okay, great. So the next thing I want to do is, on the image selected, I'll go to camera raw filter. I need to make it pop more. So select your camera raw filter, and when it pops up, what you should do is go over to where you have your texture. You can bump it all up to 64, and my clarity also goes up. And when you're done, click OK, and you can see the after, right? So this before and after, you can see it's a little bit popped up now. This is exactly how I want it to be. So I'm just going to go over to where I have my text. I type this out. Now the font I use for the text is Brick and Akira Expanded. You can actually get all of this inside the designer bundle, right? So you can get yours inside there, right? So Brick and Akira Expanded. So for this, I'm going over to color lookup, and I'm just going to select when it pops up, come here, and I'm just going to use let me see, okay, so let me click on film stock. Is it film stock? It doesn't look like, let me see, it's not coming up. It's not coming up. Okay, so it's not full color, it's actually film stock, right? So this is what I use, film stock. You can see how it brings out the contrast inside of this particular flyer design, right? So this is what I'm going to be using. And the last thing I'm going to be doing here is to add some extra spice to this. I'm going to make a snapshot of the layers, Ctrl-Alt-E and Ctrl-Alt-Shift and E to make a snapshot. And I'm going to go over to noise, add noise, and it doesn't need to be too much, so I'm just going to reduce this way, and it's not going to be too much, like this. And when you're done, click OK. Right now, this is how to do it exactly, right? You can see how simple these steps were. If you've enjoyed this video and if you've liked the process from beginning to end, make sure you don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up now, and don't forget to subscribe. Share this video. I will see you in the next video, which is just up above here. Cheers.